When you see this logo, you know it's gonna be a show.
We have another fun product from STGAubron on Amazon, and this time it's a full gaming setup you can buy for $550. Does it get any better with STGAubron? We're about to find out after a word from today's sponsor.
We interrupt today's video to give you today's sponsor, gvgmall. gvgmall is an awesome online marketplace that has tons of discounted keys such as Windows keys. Whether you have Windows 10, 11, Pro, Home, it doesn't matter, gvgmall has you covered. I mean, come on, I know y'all are tired of seeing that watermark in the bottom of the screen. And it is so simple. All you have to do is purchase the key, copy and paste it, and then boom, you have an activated Windows. So guys, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and go to gvgmall, use the code down below, save some money. Let's get back into the video.
So as we mentioned, this is a full gaming setup from STGAubron on Amazon. Basically what they did was take their pre-built PC, attach a monitor to it to where if you go to an Amazon listing, which will be down below by the way, again, wait for our recommendation to buy this if it is any good. We'll see. With STGAubron, you never really know. But when you add to the cart, it adds two things to your cart. The PC with all the peripherals that STG includes, and this 1080p 24-inch monitor for $550, which is really cheap. And I think this PC is their traditional RX 580 with i7 CPU. It's basically a crappy budget PC that we know and love and reviewed, but it's still capable of gaming, so we just gotta see. If you're buying on Amazon, is this a good option?
Well, it's funny because every time we get these, STGAubron, they're the ones who always include like a mouse pad, speakers, sometimes headphones.
This one shows that it should come with a soundbar, headphones, keyboard and mouse, and a mouse pad, and the computer.
And they do this like every time, and I'm always just like, why? Like, I'd rather just have you guys put more money into the PC. And in my mind, I'm like, they might as well just include a monitor at that point, and here we go.
To confirm the specs again, it's an RX 580, 8 gig, 2048. Don't even try lying to me again, STG. Core i7, which is probably a 4th gen i7 if I had to guess. 16 gigs of RAM and a 512 gig SSD. Oh, whoa, whoa, made in Canada.
Canada?
I didn't know these were made in Canada.
Fabricate au Canada. Yeah, check this out.
Yeah. Were these actually manufactured in Canada? Is that where STGAubron is located?
Yeah, these tariffs got it moving.
Tariffs got them moving to Canada. All right, what are the peripherals looking like? Just like they normally are. They're just shoved in here.
Oh my God, look
with
at
no regard.
Dude, this thing feels so light. Membrane.
Everything in one box. You literally hook everything up, you can game. Is it gonna be an amazing experience? No, the mouse is probably gonna be crap. I mean, look at the mouse. Those mice are horrible, which we're gonna be gaming on all of it. You guys always ask for us to game on the peripherals.
Yeah.
It's a full setup, so we're gonna game on all of it. This sound bar says, just friendly reminder, if there's no light after turning it on, charge it.
I hate these two. Two of the things I hate, the membrane keyboard I can live with, honestly, I can use that. Just get a normal looking mouse. I hate this style like so much. Don't give me an RGB mouse pad that's tiny, just give me a freaking black desk mat, please.
They always try to go gamer, and sometimes you can go too gamer. Sounds like buy a PC, get a Bluetooth speaker kind of vibe is what it feels like.
Oh, whoa.
It feels like it's a desk accessory more than anything. Like, do people actually use this?
Is the Bluetooth device ready to pay off?
It does have an aux, so I mean, I do give them credit. You could swap to this as your speaker, which is kind of cool. Oh, there's so many Bluetooth devices in here.
Oh, hold up. Did you guys hear that?
The funny thing is we could actually play that non-copyrighted music. Shout out to Making It Twitch. Greatest song on the internet.
Is that a micro SD card? It is.
I think it is.
Micro SD card.
So I wonder, you could probably put music in this, I guess. And
like
then,
preloaded, yeah.
That's so old school, but
that's very old.
You know what? Cool. AX mode. Okay, now to the PC, because again, with an STGAubron experience, you gotta look at a bunch of other stuff before you even get to the computer.
Look at all the other peripherals, but today we're actually gonna use them, so at least it feels
We're gonna use everything.
This PC's making me twitch.
This looks very familiar. This looks like every other STG PC I've ever seen. So we got the RGB fans up front, the RGB remote on the inside. What is this?
Let you an edge in the game. There's no way this is Canada, dude. Like, what?
Let you an edge in the game. Is there anything else in here? Okay, this is just instructions on how to open it. Who approved this on the front of the unboxing experience? You know, STG, you never fail to amaze me, man.
To impress.
They fail to impress. Impress with great quality product.
As usual, the rear screws have been torqued on with a 1,000 foot-pound torque wrench.
Grand reveal. It looks, yeah, why does it look wet? Are you gonna look at this, Jackson?
Well, it has fear of wet. It's probably where it just like the chemical reaction, you know, got a little too crazy.
Wow, that is that graphic, bro. It's the new Sapphire card. It's the new Sapphire 9070. Look at that. Wow, that is the most blank graphics card I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, so we know it's a 580-2048, which is basically a 578 gig, but they don't disclose that, because why would they?
You got the i7, which I'm assuming is a 4th-gen. What's the cable management look like? Acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, they really didn't have to tie much together. The power supply, which they attached this to it.
The fans are a little bit different. I feel like other pre-builds have a slightly different fan setup. It's the same proprietary stuff, but the design is slightly different. I can't go over this 580, man. Like, it's such an interesting design. They have STG on the fans, so it's definitely a custom-made whatever it is for STG.
STG, I don't think it says anything about the ratings on it.
I'm just gonna say it's a 580 plus white, basically 580 plus.
450 watts to 12 volt rail, so that's a good start.
So yeah, we're already 50 watts lower than we should, going to basically what powers 90% of your computer. So great start. Let's turn it on, look at the RGB, and then again, this is not where things end here, guys. We gotta put a monitor to this setup, this great, glorious setup, and see what we're working with here. But
and the monitor on Amazon, I saw it was $99 separate, which I'm like, do I believe it?
I don't believe it because I don't even think it's a high refresh rate monitor. I literally think it's just a 1080p 24-inch monitor, which I feel like the moral of this is gonna be, if you, again, you probably shouldn't buy an STG PC, but if you're gonna buy one, watch one of our monitor videos to go with that PC instead of buying this bundle. Because again, I'll maybe it is high refresh rate, maybe something cool about it, but we gotta see that first. But it's probably a better deal for you just to buy a monitor separately. Wow.
Whoa, RGB.
That's not horrible. I mean, in the looks department, they've gotten a little better. It's
matches.
It's not horrible. Everything matches. I guess we'll just move this PC over here and let's build our setup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just get this going. The setup is going to be chef's kiss.
We got rid of our 4-foot mouse pad for this 6-inch mouse pad.
And this is micro USB, by the way. I mean, if it was USB-C, I'd be floored, I'll be honest.
That would be pretty crazy. Yeah, no, trust me.
Yeah, how are you going to use that thing?
Listen, I've owned an RGB mouse pad, okay? Like, I get it. They're not great.
Looking like that? Oh, yes. All right. This one looks like, I mean, right now it looks like it works. Okay, so I guess I'll
put our sound bar.
Yeah, let's put. I mean, we're gonna do everything. Let's put our sound bar with the aux. There's also a USB. Do we have enough USB ports for all this stuff? We actually do. Now we will have no more USB ports left.
You know, another thing. I'm like, why don't they just include headphones? Why this? What gamer is gonna be like that? I want that.
This one shows that it should come with a soundbar, headphones.
I'm gonna start opening this monitor, this $100 monitor.
Also, if we need our USB ports, there's a separate Bluetooth and Wi-Fi dongle. Okay, so what's this looking like? Just a not so extraordinary monitor?
No, yeah, it has not looked anything crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over the listing and make sure it's in it. I assume it's just like a 24-inch full HD LED monitor is all it says.
I was talking about was that you I was talking about where I'm like, why do companies still brag about being full HD?
Yeah, I don't know. 24-inch full HD 1080p monitor. Does it have the STG logo on it? God, it's beautiful.
Yeah, this is bad. Why is it so glossy? Is it trying to be an OLED?
Of all the monitors on the market, like there's so many better options than this. What is this? It's toolless though.
Made in Canada.
No, it's not.
I don't believe them, man. What part of Canada?
Let's keep all this nice and close for no reason
this
whatsoever.
Device is suited for family and office used.
Yeah, look at it. There's so many cables.
This reminds me of way back in the day when we were like kind of punishing Zach and we made him like a horrible setup. This is it.
Imagine.
Oh, he's out of town right now. Do we replace his whole setup with this? No, dude, because the last time we did that, he was like, I won't work. He's like, I'll just go home. I don't even think it's worth it.
Did I just turn it off? Why is it tweaking like that already?
Does the PC work? Ah, it worked.
Right, let's get through this process, verify the specs, make sure it is a 4th Gen i7 like I think it's gonna be. And then from there, we're going to install the latest and greatest titles, guys. The games that'll allow us to fully test this thing. I just had a realization as we're getting ready to show you guys the specs. We never got our headphones, damn it.
Remember when I was complaining about not having them? I didn't even know we were supposed to get them.
We were supposed to get headphones, so yeah, we didn't get them. So I don't know why that happened. We were supposed to get this and the headphones according to the listing pictures, so we'll complain about that later. Teams is up, ready to go, reporting back home. We're gonna go to performance here. Oh wow, look at that, a 4770. We just put one of those on an office PC.
4-core thread.
16 gigs of DR3, nice. A P3 512 gig SSD and a 580 2980, 2048.
Are they trying to pretend it's crucial?
This is like a fake crucial SSD. Now that we know the specs, let's go and take a look at the monitor here just to ensure that it's, well, nothing super special, but it looks like it is 75 hertz. So that is better than 60 hertz. But again, we've done monitor roundups for monitors $100 or less. This one, sorry to add, that are like 165 hertz nowadays. So you can get high refresh rate very easily.
So we felt like the monitor was like a little bit dim, and we do this a lot. We'll go into the settings,
go to the luminous options. So you know when you see 50 brightness, you're like, oh, there's some room to grow, right? Yo! Hey, this will show it a little bit better. Whoa! It growed. Wow.
I've never seen a monitor like blow out like that at max brightness.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and try to game on this thing. I don't think it's gonna be an enjoyable experience. It might be a bit of a struggle, but it's $550 for all this shipped to your door. Let's see if we can find positives. I promise we're trying to actually game on this thing, but I walked back in here, stuff's downloading, and this is happening.
I thought it was construction next door because they're working on the building next to us, but it's our speaker. Does it still work?
Is it dead? Oh, change the color though. Thanks.
FM mode.
FM? It's got a radio!
Radio! All right, the cord's a little bit loose, I guess, but...
I like barely turned it, by the way, so it might come back. Well, all right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and intro this now in case anything goes horribly wrong. This is Marvel Rivals, and we're running, let's see, we got FSR3 set to quality. We're running low settings, ray tracing basically turned as low as it can possibly, actually it's almost as low as it can go. I mean, playable, I gotta say, the monitor's like not terrible. It's not good. It's not good at all for the price, but like, not the worst thing I've seen. The speakers, they don't sound great, but like they work. The mouse, this is like actually the worst thing I've ever felt. And I'm not saying that to be like, listen, I'm a budget king. I'm all about, like, I love when budget stuff is good. This is like horrible. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to purposely hit a shot this game. Any shot I hit's gonna be completely accidental.
This is the kind of stuff that people get to get into PC gaming, and they're like, wow, it's really hard to learn keyboard and mouse gameplay coming from console. And it's like, no, your mouse that you got is just the worst thing on the history of the planet.
Yeah, I'm going back to controller. No, it's like, so how I describe it is it's like, it's extremely delayed. Like, it feels like I'm on, like, imagine when wireless technology came out 18 years ago or whatever it was. It feels like that. And when you lift it up, it still moves. When you're not lifted up, it moves and it lags and it stops when it shouldn't.
With all that in mind, give a score out of 10 to every peripheral.
Mousepad 4. I mean, it works.
Yep.
It's rough. I don't like RGB mousepads that much. I do not like small mousepads. That's a preference thing. I just think the money should not be spent on RGB. It should be spent on like a larger mousepad. 1 is not working, so I'm gonna give it a 2. Because it works. It just almost shouldn't. The keyboard, it feels pretty horrible. I'd give it like a 3.5. Speakers, honestly, are kind of annoying. I wish I just had headphones. But it has FM and Bluetooth, so 5. And then I'm gonna give the screen like I'm gonna give it like a 5, honestly. At $100, it's like a 2, but not thinking about the price, it's like a 5. I mean, I will say the one thing I'll give this is like it works, and like I'm playing the game, it's playable.
Yes.
I don't know if it's like, I think if you have the capability to put together a setup yourself, they'd be a much better bang for buck. Because obviously this company has to make money. Yes. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, this should be $200, because that doesn't make sense. Why would they even sell it? At $550 though, I think if you're capable, you could do this better yourself. But can you like buy a pre-made setup for a much better price? I don't think so.
Okay, so you can get basically the same system for $449 plus the monitor. There you go. So it's really not a bundle deal. You could just, again, we don't necessarily recommend their pre-builds, but if you did buy their pre-builds, you could just buy a monitor that's cheaper and better on Amazon.
Gosh, you know I'm not this bad normally. I swear. Are you grabbing me a mouse?
Yeah. How about we go glorious?
What if I'm just like really bad, actually? I'm actually aiming where I want to aim now. This is crazy. Oh my god.
The Punisher. Oh, you got him.
What? He died. No. Bing.
Oh wow, you're not done yet.
That's their whole team.
Oh,
ace again?
Wow, a dub.
Well, we somehow won. Matt, you got to switch back. You get the bad mouse.
Bad mouse time.
Next game.
All right, so we're in Fortnite, and Jackson told me I have to use this mouse, so I'm going to use this mouse. I hear gunshots.
Dude, why does that
I'm very
sound
scared.
like Warzone?
Oh, now it's off again. Yeah, what is
This
this?
doesn't sound like Fortnite shit.
Yeah, well, what is this game?
It
Are we
sounds
in
like real
Warzone?
war.
Okay, so far, I mean, I haven't done anything yet, but so far, the mouse is bad, but I think it is the PC that's like a majority of the problems. Got so loud. All right, I got to turn that down. Yeah, I mean, obviously, our PC is being maxed out. We literally are at 100% of the GPU, 100% of the CPU, baby. If you are buying a PC like this, I mean, this would be the game you would play. We are running DX12 far view distance, low textures. Realistically, you could probably go performance mode and get a better FPS experience, but this is kind of what it is the best way I would say it. Like when I had my first PC, you know, would this have been fine? I don't know. Maybe I would have been okay with it.
Compared to what I had, this would have been gold.
Yeah, this would have been great compared to like my very, very first computer. So again, I'm not trying to be like, oh, we're PC builders who have tested the best of the best hardware. We still love budget hardware. It's just a matter of what is decent now compared to what you can actually get on the market, you know? Oh! Ooh. Wow!
What the heck? Oh my god, you on X game!
Got blast! I know somebody's hiding on here. Yeah! Oh no!
Oh my god.
I'm eating bullets! They just ran away. Okay, I'm done. I've had enough. They just ran away. They bailed out. Fortnite, I mean, it's playable. It's gotten a little better as we've played. The CPU usage has gone down. Things have loaded in a little bit better. So obviously a PC like this will play Fortnite. I mean, if you're wanting to play Fortnite, you can. Oh, thank you, speaker, for getting quiet for me so I can continue talking. But the setup as a whole is not good value. It's just not great.
Whoa.
And we'll talk about that during the outro. We'll run 3D Mark as well, even though this is a full setup and the score will be a little bit weird. We'll run 3D Mark as well just so you guys know the score. And let's go ahead and wrap this video up real quick.
All right, guys, we just got done benchmarking a full STG gaming setup, and I gotta say, it's pretty bad. So we already kind of knew what the PC was gonna run like because they love their 580-2048, and they also really like these old, you know, like Intel quad cores, and of course like the i7s with the 4-core thread. But overall, it was just, the PC is like borderline, you know, it's not great for the price, and then the peripherals, they don't really feel like they add much value to the overall setup.
And really the fact that this full setup is just them bundling in a monitor on Amazon checkout, which you could do yourself just by looking up 1080p 165Hz monitor and even get better price performance, makes this full setup not really worth it. Kind of knew that going into it, but we do have to test 3D Mark, and we did do the Semper Point based on the price of just the PC. The score ended up being 3,505, which is a 13-cent per point score for just the PC if we factor in the price of $450, which really just comes to the conclusion of this not being worth it for you guys on Amazon. There are better options out there, just buying a pre-built, or even if you did want to just buy an STG pre-built, just don't buy the monitor with it because you get way better price performance buying just a normal 1080p 165Hz monitor that is not STG branded. But hey, if you guys want to learn more about this PC, buyer beware. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of this gaming setup.
And I do have one more suggestion. I know that this PC might seem appealing because of the RGB and the fact that it is new, but it is very much not new. Most of the parts in this are refurbished, recycled, reused chipsets and stuff. Just go on eBay and buy yourself like a used HP, even buy yourself a Dell Alienware. We've had Alienwares that were cheaper than this with things like 1080 Ti's and even back in the day 2080s for less than this PC. So please do yourself a favor and try to get something that's not super flashy but actually has good bang for buck specs. But as always, we hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure you check out our other two YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/ToastyBros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
So this full setup here will probably not be for sale at PCRose.tech because we usually have like slightly better stuff than this. So make sure to check out PCRose.tech where we sell gaming PCs that are pretty awesome, and then we also have full setups that are much nicer peripherals.
And if you happen to be in Louisville, Kentucky, and you want to come into our store, we sell a lot of awesome monitors as well at great prices. Use code ToastyBros on checkout. You'll save 3% on your next purchase. See you guys later. Goodbye.